Criminal Minds, Evolution returns to form in Season 3, Episode 4, even featuring a case of the week that is truly disconnected from the overarching Sicarius storyline. The BAU is back to work after Will's funeral in Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3, Episode 3. That includes JJ, who even finds a lead that is more relevant than Emily Prentice ever could have anticipated. While it was a necessary reprieve to acknowledge the death of one of Criminal Minds' major characters, in a short 10-episode season, there is no more time to dedicate to anything other than the story. Elias Voight and his evolving recovery are a main storyline in Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3, but his relationship with Dave Rossi continues to surprise. While it would have been interesting to hear Spencer Reed's take on Voight's brain injury, since he has not only an eidetic memory but a mother with Alzheimer's, there was no time in Reed's limited appearance in Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3, Episode 3. As always, Criminal Minds, Evolution leaves the episode with a cliffhanger ending. While some questions are answered, more are always forming. Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3, Episode 4 Unsub and Case Explained. The BAU has its first case unrelated to Sicarius and Tyler Green plays a pivotal role. Tyler Green and Luke Alves Criminal Minds Evolution, 1. Refreshingly, the BAU has its first case in a long time that is completely unrelated to Sicarius's network from Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 2. In fact, the Unsub's motivations are both deeply personal and tragic, which somehow makes them all the more despicable. The BAU is called into Tucson, Arizona to investigate after a second victim is found headless, handless, with organs harvested, and largely skinned. It's staged to look like cartel activity, but the BAU posits that this is a misdirect. The Unsub team is revealed surprisingly early in the episode, an EMT who is solely interested in the profits to be made from black market organ harvesting, and a surgeon who is experimenting to find a better version of a skin graft to heal his daughter. It's a special type of evil to have a doctor, who swore to do no harm, use living people as lab rats, no matter who he is trying to save. Luke Alves and Tyler Green track a black market organ harvester through the microscopic metal filings left on the bodies, and he points them in the direction of a disgraced EMT, Michael Falco, let go under suspicion of stealing and selling drugs. The BAU cross-references doctors Falco would have crossed paths with, and find their Unsub, Dr. Malcolm Ramsey. 6 months ago, Dr. Ramsey caused a car crash that not only killed his wife, but covered his daughter Ariel with third-degree burns. We meet Dr. Ramsey and his daughter, Ariel, who he has kept isolated and ignorant of his crimes. Ariel begs him to let her go home, but her father is delusional, convinced one more experiment will lead to the breakthrough they need. Unfortunately, Ariel wanders into the room and discovers her father's methodology, which horrifies her. In a shocking twist, when the BAU bursts in on Dr. Ramsey, it's his daughter Ariel who stabs him in the neck, but she collapses shortly after. Tyler Green shows he brings much more to the BAU than just his Sicarius intel when Tyler compassionately carries Ariel outside so she can see the stars one more time. In a tender moment after the shocking violence, Tyler assures Ariel that she isn't the monster, but she had the courage to kill the real one. How Voight's relationship with Rossi gets increasingly complicated. Voight's trust in Rossi completely inverts after a new psychological evaluation. Elias Voight has had an implicit trust in Dave Rossi since regaining consciousness in Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3, Episode 2, mistaking the veteran profiler for his father when he first laid eyes on him. Rossi has a positive effect on Voight, so although he is loath to do so, he agrees to spend time with the Unsub at the hospital. The BAU is trying to coax Voight's memories back without influencing him, so he knows Rossi is an FBI agent, but he doesn't have any context for their relationship. Voight has no memories, but he is still intuitive, and he is picking up clues that he was a bad person in his former life. Voight has a nightmare and decides he needs a fresh start, shaving his head in the age-old sign of a mental crisis. Voight wants to remember, but is also afraid that he won't like who he used to be. When Voight wakes up in fear, he instinctively asks for Rossi and Tara Lewis for comfort. Voight tells Rossi he feels like there is something trying to break out of his head, so Rossi suggests a controversial psychological test. Tara, who is a forensic psychologist, administers a form of a Rorschach test on Voight, which triggers something that makes his body sense that Dave is a foe, not a friend. Suddenly, Voight orders Dave to get out of the room, when just before Dave was his source of comfort. Voight agrees to do the test a second time if another doctor gives it, but Rossi forces his way into the room in a medically and ethically questionable way, but it gets a major result. Voight remembers one of his murders in his shipping container. He is horrified by the memory and immediately recuses himself. If he didn't have a reason to feel like Rossi wasn't his friend, he certainly does now. JJ's BAU gate woes are tied to Voight, and what it means for both of their futures. JJ finds a mysterious video on BAU Gate during her bereavement leave. AJ Cook as Jennifer JJ Jarrow in Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3, Episode 3. JJ is on bereavement leave after Will's funeral in Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3, Episode 3, but she has been obsessively checking BAU Gate, which was down until a new video appears. JJ seems to be holding up better than anyone could expect, although her fixation on BAU Gate suggests she is just displacing her grief. The upload is a paranormal activity-style video of someone in a creepy, angular mask. JJ is convinced Voight has something to do with it, and Emily Prentice hesitantly allows her to work the video with Penelope Garcia. An image of the unique, white mask is what Rossi showed Voight during his Rorschach test, and while he didn't consciously recognize the video, it did force a breakthrough. Rewatching the video, JJ recognizes a subconscious gesture that makes her realize the masked figure is Voight himself. JJ storms into Voight's room against medical advisement and finds him unresponsive. JJ should not be working while she is going through the most intense period of mourning, but she will take her constant monitoring of BAU Gate as a sign that her obsession is not just healthy, but helpful. JJ is able to alert doctors who are able to revive him, but JJ is physically rough with Voight, wanting him to know she cracked the video case and prevented what she clearly thinks was a suicide attempt. JJ's compassion might have died along with Will. Meanwhile, Voight was already going through an identity crisis, and Rossi forcing his recovery too fast was clearly causing psychological distress. Voight is being medicated, but it's a delicate balance between aiding his mental growth and physical harm, because too high a dose triggers bodily effects, like migraines and nosebleeds. JJ is likely correct that Voight is the masked figure in the video, but that's not mentally the same person lying in the hospital bed.